How's it going, everybody? Just finished up watching State of Play, and you know what? If my expectations weren't absolutely in the ground, I probably would have been disappointed, but I gotta say it was pretty decent. I might be crazy, some of you guys might have hated it, but, you know, there's things I'll definitely nitpick, and there are aspects I didn't like, but you know what, for like a 25-minute presentation, I gotta say, I'm fairly happy with it, even though 2024 for PlayStation still looks kinda as far as, you know, first-party titles go, but we'll get to everything. A couple of delays, couple of surprise announcements. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looks incredible, but we'll get to that at the end. So, once again, I feel like Sony completely fumbled by opening with a game called Baby Steps. I wasn't too familiar with this game. It's a very quirky, off-the-wall title that I don't think that many people are going to be interested in. It's published by Devolver, and it's a game done by the developers of Ape Out, which was a pretty quirky game. I mean, like, why? I feel like the opening slot for a game, or for a presentation like this, should be a opportunity to showcase a game that'll actually capture the interest of people. I feel like Helldivers 2, once again, could have been that title. I feel like you could have just opened with the Spider-Man 2 trailer. I just feel like, why are we opening with games like this? You can be like, oh, more eyes are gonna be on Baby Steps. That's not always a good thing if more eyes are on Baby Steps, because how many people are gonna be interested in it, and you're not starting off with a bang, so just thought that was a misfire. Roblox after that, okay, it's a big release, but, you know, not really gonna vibe with me. Then we got a couple VR announcements. Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord, if you have VR2, I mean, they're still supporting it, so there you go. That's a third-party release. Resident Evil 4 VR coming this winter. I mean, that'll be great. Resident Evil Village in VR was fantastic, and as was Biohazard Resident Evil. I should say Biohazard. Resident Evil was fantastic in VR, but yeah, that'll be pretty cool. It's a free upgrade, so that's nice. Resident Evil 4 Ada Wong Separate Ways DLC, that was revealed September 21st on that, so that'll be out before you even know it, and then Mercenaries will be getting a free update as well, so RE4 stuff, one of my favorite games of the year. The game is on sale right now at a variety of different platforms, so, you know, if you haven't picked it up, go pick it up. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. The exploration elements, I think, look okay. Giving off a lot of Far Cry vibes, which I'm not really vibing with. Like, let Far Cry be Far Cry, but you know what? Open world exploration title, I'm sure it'll have a lot of content. It'll be interesting to see how many microtransactions are in this game, because it's Ubisoft, and you know they're gonna pop off with that, so we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong about that, but the game looks alright. That's out December the 8th. It will be a $70 release, so, you know, take that for what it's worth. Ghost Runner 2 looks good. I mean, that game is something that I think is going to be pretty good. It's out October 26th. I think the issue with that is that it's coming out in between Alan Wake 2 and Spider-Man 2, so that's kind of trouble in paradise. I mean, Alone in the Dark was delayed for a good reason with that, so Ghost Runner 2, I think, if you played the first game, you're excited for this one, and this one does look good. And Ghost Runner 1, I thought its parkour gameplay was great. It was really aggravating at times, but, like, that might just be a skill issue, to be perfectly honest, so get good, kids, if you're gonna play Ghost Runner 2, but that should be pretty good. That's another one of those games that's doing the early access gimmick. I believe Avatar is doing that as well, so keep that in mind. Helldivers 2, February 8th on this. I think the game looks pretty good. This was scheduled for 2023. Not a big fan of these, like these silent delays. Like, yo, you told us 2023. Just put out a statement being like, why is the game getting delayed ahead of the, you know, trailer and whatnot. February 8th for this, though. I was talking to a buddy, and my buddy straight up said this game should be on Plus Extra, and I completely agree with him. Being a multiplayer-focused title like this, I think being on Plus Extra would really be advantageous for it. Jolt up that player base and get people playing the game, and that's going to increase its longevity. Will it be on Plus Extra? Who knows? They increased the price of Plus Extra, so I think games like Helldivers 2 being there day one would be, you know, beneficial for it, because otherwise I don't know how much this game's going to resonate, especially with that stacked early period in 2024, but game looks good. If you're into co-op action shooters, you're gonna enjoy this one, I think, and Helldivers 1 was great. This is obviously a little bit of a different style, but yeah, should be pretty good. It should be pretty good. That's out February 8th. Will be interesting to see what it's priced at. I believe they said pre-orders would be opening September 21st, so be on the lookout for that. Spider-Man 2 trailer. Guys, this game looks tremendous. They don't have to do much promotion for this game, but every time I've seen this game, it's looked pretty damn good. I'm surprised that, yo, I hated the PlayStation Showcase, but I couldn't hate on Spider-Man 2. Like, Spider-Man 2 looks great, and you know, they're talking about 65 suits, a lot of content in the game, a lot of areas recreated. This is gonna be good. We saw a glimpse of Venom, we saw a glimpse of a variety of different abilities, skill trees, things of that nature. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is a no-brainer. If you bought a PS5, you probably bought it with the intention that Spider-Man 2 was ultimately going to come out and it was going to be one of the games that was a system seller for you, even if it wasn't out at the time, of course. Like, you knew it was coming, and Spider-Man 2018 was great. Miles Morales was pretty good. Now we got Spider-Man 2, and I'm hoping it'll be really good. Next up, pleasant surprise for me, Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn DLC coming in November. I mean, they had said that Tales of Arise kind of was like finality into that story, but I guess they looked at those sales numbers. I mean, though the pocketbook don't lie. Once the game sells as well as Tales of Arise did, being that Tales of as a franchise has never been this gigantic JRPG franchise, but it did really well for a Tales of game. I believe fastest selling ever, 1 million copies sold pretty quickly. Now we're getting Beyond the Dawn. This looks like a story-centric DLC set 1 year after the events of the original game, and yeah, excited for it. Initially, when I saw it, I thought it was going to be Tales of Arise 2. Since we're 2 years removed from the release of Tales of Arise, I figured, you know, now would be the time that you would think that progress on the next Tales of game is wrapping up. But yeah, Arise Beyond the Dawn, excited for that. It will be interesting to see how large of a DLC this is. Will it set up a sequel? Did they look at the sales numbers of Tales of Arise and be like, hey, we can do more content here? Yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Very excited for that. Arise was a great game, so if you haven't checked that out, definitely go do so, and that will be out in November. Arise, by the way, great entry point into the Tales of series. You don't have to play all the Tales of games, of course. They're all separate stories outside of the ones that are directly linked together, but yeah, Beyond the Dawn, that's out in November. Honkai Star Rail out October 11th. Foam Star open beta out September 29th. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looks fantastic. I know you guys saw the shot of Vincent popping out of the casket. Let's freaking go. That is definitely what hyped me up the most. Vincent is the goated FF7 character. Just love that dude. And some interesting snippets there. Cloud and Sephiroth fighting together in the gameplay. I know you guys saw that as well. Will be very interesting to see where they take the narrative direction of this game. I think they handled this trailer perfectly. Give us a little bit of a taste of what we could expect, but still keep us in the dark. You know, trailers like this get us excited, but at the same time, it gets us asking more questions than it gives us answers. So yes, we got the answer. Vincent is in the game, but now we've opened up all these other questions, and Vincent being in the game was probably a foregone conclusion. But yeah, that game looks great. February 29th for the release, so not January, but early on in the year. So that'll be a major release. And February looking pretty stacked with Helldivers 2, Persona 3 Reload, and FF7 Rebirth. I know Helldivers 2 not as big as the aforementioned 2, but I thought I'd throw that in there. So FF7 Rebirth looks great and definitely my standout. Unfortunately for the state of play, no Stellar Blade, no Rise of Ronin. That's a bummer. Hopefully we'll get updates on those games soon. But overall, I would say, you know, middle of the road, maybe somewhat positive. I just think the opening of Baby Steps and Roblox, that was terrible. You know, and then right into VR stuff, which a lot of people don't care about. And then by the second half, you started seeing some of the good stuff with, you know, Ghost Runner 2, Helldivers 2, Spider-Man 2, Beyond the Dawn. Honkai and Foam Stars are what they are, but Honkai's a major release, and then FF7 Rebirth takes the cake as far as excitement. That's gonna do it for me. Thought it was okay. 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, around that range. Definitely have seen worse. I mean, the showcases put my expectations of these shows straight into the toilet, so I would say it was alright, but that'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.